Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 5 minutes after 9 o'clock. You know, I could give you all kinds of statistics as to why it's important to learn how to read. I could give you all. Robin and I, for the last 3 months, have been trying to help the Marion County Literacy Council, and their job is to teach adults who never learned how to read how to finally read at that point in their lives. And in many cases, we could cite different things, like it'll help you in your job. It'll give you an opportunity to communicate better with your family. I mean, there are so many reasons to read, and one of the things I think many of us have experienced in our lifetimes is the joy of reading, just because it's fun to read, or sometimes enlightening. A good story is always more than just a good story. There's always something more to it than the storyline. If you are familiar with the story that was made into a movie called Because of Winn-Dixie, then you already know the work of our next guest. Kate DiCamillo is on the phone. She actually got an award for the Because of Winn-Dixie book. It's called the Newbery Honor Award. I don't know much about books awards, but the Newbery Medal Award for the Tale of Despereaux also is another on her list of credentials. The Boston Globe Horn Book Award for The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. She is a New York Times bestselling author. I don't need to tell you that. She's got a new book, and that's what we want to talk about. It's called Flora and Ulysses, The Illuminated Adventures. It's a novel for young readers, and man, it's a good one. Another good one. She's got a million of them in her, right? Kate DiCamillo. Good morning, Kate.
Good morning. I like that introduction. It makes me sound like I know what I'm doing.
And where are you?
I'm in Minneapolis.
Oh, okay.
Where it's nice and warm. It's like 38 degrees. And y'all are in Ocala, right?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
right. Ocala. Have you been here?
Yeah, I went to school at the University of Florida.
Oh, go Gators.
Okay. Yeah, because if you can pronounce the name Ocala, you must have been here at one time. That's what I say.
Yeah, I heard that, go Gators. I heard that, but I'm not going to, start a fight on the radio about the Gators. And I know not to get into Florida football. So, yeah, I love Ocala. Ocala is beautiful. And I grew up in Claremont, which is about 30 miles west of Orlando. So I would drive through Ocala all the time to get to school.
One of the fun things about the book is animals as characters. Is that something you like to do? You do that a lot?
I don't do it on purpose, but it's more like they keep on showing up. And I've got kind of a bewildering array of animals now. I've got elephants and monkeys and tigers and rabbits and pigs and dogs. And now, of course, a squirrel.
Squirrel, yeah, you have a squirrel. So
right, it's a dignified job I've got, right?
Well, I was reading an article just yesterday that who's the guy who created Garfield again? What's his name?
Jim Davis.
Thank you. He created Garfield.
Do I get a prize for that?
Yes. Come on down to the studio, and we've got a nice Tupperware bowl for you.
Yes, we do. It even seals.
I'm hoping for a Tupperware bowl. Okay, yeah, you were reading an article about Jim Davis and Garfield.
Right, and it said that he created Garfield simply because he wanted to have a product he could sell. He wasn't trying to be a clever comic writer. Yeah, that's what it said.
Wow.
That's what it said. He said rather than, because if you create a little boy, you can't sell products. If you create a little animal, people will buy it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? And when people ask all the time why so many animals in your books, I mean, it's not to sell products, but it is true that I find that readers are a little bit more inclined to open their hearts to an animal than they are to a human being sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I think that's true. There's all kinds of bandwagons to stop and I'm not against these things, but stop the slaughter of different animals, and there should be something, stop the slaughter of humans. I want to have some kind of a campaign like that.
Well, you have really so eloquently illustrated that fact in Because of Winn-Dixie, because the little dog helped the little girl adjust to her environment, and that was really heartwarming.
Yeah, the dog was the way in, and also the vehicles for bringing everybody together.
Exactly.
So let's talk about this story, and then let's talk about Kate DiCamillo, okay? Let's talk about the book first. Flora and
Let's just talk about the book. Kate DiCamillo is boring.
No. I like to dig a little bit. I just want to find out about you. So tell.
As long as I get my Tupperware bowl, that's good.
Oh, you got
There you
it. Put her name on that Tupperware bowl.
Okay, I will. I'll send it to Dee today.
Just
get
ignore the popcorn kernels that we like. All right, Flora and Ulysses. Who are they?
Is a girl and Ulysses is a squirrel. So do you want me to give you like
A girl and a squirrel.
Kind of how things start? Should I?
Yeah.
Should I talk about that?
Yeah, tell us how it starts.
So
And
the more I talk about that, the stranger I can sound. So
Okay.
it's good. It makes for good radio. So what happens is that there was a vacuum cleaner named Ulysses 2000X. It's an indoor-outdoor vacuum cleaner. And it ends up consuming a squirrel.
That is so sad.
Okay, so are you guys still listening to me?
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
listening.
yeah,
I'm
we're
listening.
here.
I'm here.
All right, okay. So that's how most books begin, with a vacuum cleaner, right, and a squirrel. And then what happens is that the girl, Flora, rescues the squirrel from the vacuum cleaner, and it turns out that being vacuumed kind of rearranged his brain and turned him into a superhero.
Wow.
Good. Okay, you laughed. All
Okay,
right.
that's good. Yeah.
So, yeah. So he's in many ways your typical superhero. He's strong. He can fly. And also, he can type.
That's cool.
He's strong. He can fly. He can type. Hey, that's the same thing as Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. It's like your standard issue superhero. So that's how the story begins. And Flora is the child of divorced parents, and she's sad and a little bit lonely. And the squirrel kind of saves her in a way.
Oh, wow. And therein lies why we love your books, because you managed to create something very entertaining and very mischievous, I guess you could say. Something about it that's exciting and funny to watch, almost like slapstick, and then you hit us with something serious to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, although that implies that I know what I'm doing. and I don't. I'm just trying to tell the story. And I'm just trying to win the Tupperware, you know?
The Tupperware, yeah. Well, don't worry, you got it. You're fine. Yeah. You put it right next to the Newbery Award.
It comes with like a lid. Does it have a lid?
It not only does it have a lid, but it's got a burpable lid.
That's right.
Sign me up. Sign me up.
You've done something unique with your book. You not only write the words, but you also have illustrated panels. And we love the work of your illustrator, KG Campbell.
Yeah, Keith, isn't he fabulous?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, this is, the publisher calls this a graphic novel meld, kind of. And it is part graphic novel, and none of that was my idea.
Oh, my gosh.
And so, yeah, I just wrote it as straight text. And then they got the idea to, every time the squirrel does something super heroic, let's have a comic strip panel. And it's like, oh, that's a great idea.
Oh, wow.
And so then I backed the text out and kind of rewrote it as mini screenplays for Keith to then illustrate. So.
Oh, wow. So, Kate, I want to ask you about you. And I'm going to connect it directly to the...
I thought we were going to skip that part.
No. I just want to ask you about you. Look, there's an important reason for this. Do you have young children? Do you have young children yourself right now?
No, I don't. I am childless.
Childless.
But I carry a child around inside of me all the time, i.e. me, you know?
Okay.
Oh.
So do you okay, so therefore when you're writing for a child, is there not a specific child in mind? I've often, like when we speak to children's authors, often there's a child somewhere in that author's life. In your case, it's an inner child.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an inner child, which, that's why I write about vacuum cleaners.
And
in
is
the world.
she sad?
Wow, now I feel like I'm on the therapy couch. It's a really good question, though.
Yeah.
It's a really good question. Yeah, she is.
She said, but she likes,
is
but she
sad.
likes.
But she's also very happy. Both things at once.
Well,
and both things show up in my books.
So you can turn on the little girl and you can turn on the happy face in spite of whatever you're feeling that's not so happy.
Yes. I mean, you don't even have to turn on that child. That child is in there. And, I remember when the first book that I published was Because of Winn-Dixie, and one of the first interviews that I did, somebody said, how do you get into the head of a 10-year-old? And I was just kind of like gobstopped by that question, because I'm like, well, the 10-year-old's right here.
Well, the 10-year-old, for me as a reader, the 10-year-old must be right here, because I love the books. Mm-hmm. I guess I don't know.
We're just a bunch of 10-year-olds, and I think that most adults have that connection to the child, but life kind of beats it out of you after a while.
Yeah, I think so.
So, and it's a great thing about kids' books is that you can go back to that kid.
You said that the story had to do with divorce. Whose home was the vacuum cleaner at? The mom's or the dad's?
The vacuum cleaner is actually at the neighbor's. The novel begins with a cartoon sequence where we see Tootie Tickham, who receives from her husband the vacuum cleaner, which is her birthday gift. And she is not thrilled.
Oh, I bet not.
She's like, oh, whoop-de-doo, a vacuum cleaner. Thank you so much, Donald. But he's really excited about it, and he wants it because it's indoor-outdoor. He wants her to try it out. And so he plugs it in, she turns it on, and in very quick succession, it eats her poetry book. And a collection, a box of crackers, and then it eats Mr. Tickham's pants.
Gee.
He's thrilled, yeah.
We've seen evidence that there's a squirrel that there's a squirrel that lives under Robin's hood of her car.
Yeah.
Because he obviously
that's his home.
He likes putting his nuts by her battery.
Yeah.
Well, his acorns, I should say. His acorns. That didn't sound right, did it?
Yeah, you should say acorns. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, there's a whole load of them. Are they still there?
Yeah.
Oh, they're still there, so he doesn't go away.
So he likes it.
One of these days
that
he's going to...
still there.
I love that. Is that true, or are you guys pulling my leg?
It's true. It's true. I opened my hood one day, and there are all these nuts around the battery. It's like, wow, I didn't realize that.
He's like setting up house in the engine of your car.
Well, that's right, because winter
I'll
time's
put
coming.
This acorn here and this one here. Oh, that looks good.
Yeah.
You shouldn't tell me things like that, because then I'll just steal it and try to turn it into a story.
You're allowed.
You got to go on YouTube and look for a video. There's is it a microwave antenna? There's an antenna.
Yeah.
You know those big round antennas that have covers on them? Anyway, it wasn't working apparently, and they opened it up, and a load, you wouldn't believe how many acorns were in there.
Yeah, they just came pouring out, those workers. Wow. And these guys had to climb like 200 feet in the air to fix it, right? I mean, it was high.
The squirrel is an interesting animal because the squirrel is known by everybody. I mean, there's a squirrel everywhere in this country, right? Probably everywhere in the world. There's a squirrel is really a rat, but everybody loves it. Everybody hates a rat, loves a squirrel.
Yeah, I like squirrels.
Well, not everybody loves a squirrel,
No?
I have to say. I think there are a lot of people who do not love a squirrel. But you're right, they are basically rats with more fancy tails.
That's right.
We had the lady who did the voice of Rocky.
Although, you know what? I don't know that there are any squirrels in Sweden. I'm thinking I signed a book for somebody who had an exchange student from Sweden who was thrilled that every time she saw a squirrel here, she was just overcome.
Really?
Because they don't have, so I don't know. That's not a fact, though, so don't pass it on.
Wow.
Let's not say it on the radio. There are no squirrels in Sweden. Yeah.
No squirrels in Sweden. That'd be a next book, right? No squirrels in Sweden.
That's a good title, right?
Yeah, there you go. She's going to write it.
This one is called Flora and Ulysses, and Kate DiCamillo is on the phone. Am I saying your name right, Kate?
You're saying it exactly right. I was just admiring your pronunciation. So, yes.
Oh, really? Okay. And of course, we talk about this book and her other books as well. So when you finish writing a book, what happens next? What do you do? Do you get excited? Do you take a breath? What happens?
I put my head down on the desk and weep. Because I never think that I'm going to be able to finish a book, and then I can't believe it when I do.
It's
and I think I'm never going to try that again.
It's extremely
and then
rare.
After a while, I forget and I try.
Well, you have one of these rare qualities because it's extremely rare for adults these days to look at the world through the eyes of a child, and I think more adults need to be looking at the world through a child's eyes because they're too serious, they're too pent up on just stuff, and they just don't see the true need of levity.
Oh boy, I am a big fan of levity. You are singing my song. I think that there's you can be saved by laughing.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
So did you like the fact that they made Because of Winn-Dixie into a movie? Was that something you enjoyed, or did you have regret? I mean, I thought the movie was really well done. What were your thoughts?
I loved the movie, and that was all a wonderful experience for me. Wayne Wang, who directed it, is a director who likes writers. And so I got to go out there and work with him, learn how to write a screenplay.
Okay, so you were involved in this.
Great experience.
So you were involved in the screenplay as well as the book, obviously.
Yeah, and it was really exciting to watch it unfold, and it was a treat.
And were you also involved in the screenplay writing of The Tale of Despero?
No, that went in a totally different direction. So people work in different ways. They took that and ran with it. I would see sketches when I was kind of kept in the loop, but I wasn't a part of it. And so everybody works, in a different way. And with Wayne, I was just more involved and got to, go to the set, which was fabulous. I got to meet Cicely Tyson. And
wow.
Dave Matthews.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it was just, it was a great experience.
I love the Dave Matthews role, by the way, in the Winn-Dixie movie.
Yeah, he's great.
Doesn't he do a great job?
Yeah,
It's just he's just spectacular. And I got to the set the day that they had spent most of the day trying to get the parrot to land on the dog's head.
Oh, really?
So I was not popular by the time I arrived there because a parrot doesn't want to land on a dog's head, and a dog doesn't want a parrot to land on his head. And and this scene was in the book, and they eventually got it in the movie. But this is why did you ever write that? And I thought,
they were blaming you.
I was going to get published, much less that it was going to get turned into a movie. So who knew?
That's funny. That's funny.
But it was wonderful to see it.
So what were you doing before? What were you doing before the first book became published?
Back to the therapy couch. I was.
Yeah, but you can keep your clothes on.
I was one of those. I'm what you call a late bloomer. So I got the idea that I wanted to write when I was 20, and I didn't start to write until I was 30. And in that 10 years, what I think of as the dark ages, I just kind of went from job to job. I worked at Disney for a long time.
At Disney down here?
Perfect World.
Oh,
Yeah.
down here. Okay,
Disney
okay.
World. Yeah.
So how did
Told
you
people to watch their step.
watch your step? That's funny.
Look down and watch your step here. Watch your step here, please. Look down and watch your step. I can still do it. I figure it's a skill I can go back to. If I
That's
have to,
funny.
You know,
you don't realize when you're passing somebody who says that's what she's saying the whole day long, right?
Yeah.
That's right, all day long.
Watch
So
your
that,
step.
and then the other thing you say is, how many in your party? One up front, two in the back, please. Two up front, two in the back. How many in your party, please? How many in your party?
Well, you do
yeah.
that great.
How many in your party?
It's like I think I probably still do it in my sleep, you know? I did it for so long.
Oh yeah. Did you ever have anybody flirt with you?
Did I have any flirt with me?
Yeah, when-
F-L-I-R-T?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, well, you know, as much as you can get flirted with when you're dressed in a polyester spacesuit, it wasn't me at my best in any way. It was baby blue polyester spacesuit.
And where was
So,
that? Where were you? In Space Mountain?
I was at Spaceship Earth.
Oh,
Spaceship Earth and Epcot Center.
Oh, okay. We were there. We
You
went
might
to
have
see
sat
you.
us, yeah. I might have flirted. I might have been the one who.
Two in the back.
I might have been one of those nerds who flirted with you.
That's right.
Well, thank you. Let me say that. Thank you, because I didn't feel super good about myself at that point in my life.
Oh, that's
So
too funny.
I'd like to thank you.
Well, good for you. I mean, you are as delightful as your writing is, Kate. So you discovered this. You got published. Is this what you do exclusively now, or are you doing anything else?
Yeah, which is just like, you know, and if you think I'm not aware of how miraculous that is every day that I get to do this for a living. Yeah, so it's been almost 10 years now that
Wow.
I've made my living as a writer.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, good
so
for
it's
you.
incredible.
Do you know what I wanted to ask you? And this is probably putting you on the spot a little bit, but when you get an award, do you ever think, what about that story put me above the other people who were up for it? Was it?
Oh my goodness. I can't, you know, I cannot, I don't think about the awards. This is the way that I do that, because you're right, it's a matter of taste. And I can't, I have the Newbery medal. There's an actual medal. And I have it in the second drawer in my desk, and like once every 6 months I'll pull it out and look at it, and then I'll put it back in really, really quickly. That's what I do with awards. I just don't think about it.
And that
I feel so, you know, when I was a kid, I knew to look for that Newbery medal on a book. So to think that it's something that I wrote, that's like the best thing in the world, you know.
And that shows how humble you are, because to you, we feel that the most important audience out there is the children and then their family that they can share your books with.
I love it when people read books together.
Is Winn-Dixie?
So, hey, let me. Can I shout that message out?
Shout it out.
Read to your kids, and kids read to your parents, and parents, you guys can read to each other. Like, reading together is just like a fabulous thing to do.
Exactly right. Yeah, Robin and I just finished a campaign to help raise money for the Literacy Council in our community, and I mentioned this in the intro. They teach adults, but obviously, if you can learn as a child, you're going to be that much more ahead of everything else.
Yeah.
Is Winn-Dixie a national chain? And did, like, when we saw the title here in Florida, we knew right away.
You knew what it was,
Right.
Yeah.
Did everybody?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. It's a southern chain, and so it's funny because I still have this happen. People will bring me pictures of them standing in front of a Winn-Dixie sign because you know they go to Florida for vacation or whatever, and they see a Winn-Dixie and they all scream and pull the car over and take pictures. So,
Oh, that's funny.
wow.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Kate, if you're ever back in the area, we'd love to have you in the studio. You sound like a very delightful person to be with.
well, that's nice that you think that. I don't know if you'd think it, you know, if I was there for a long time.
I'll tell you what. I'll keep the Tupperware here. It'll be waiting for you.
With the popcorn kernels.
All right.
With the popcorn
don't
kernels.
lose the lid.
No, you got to have that lid. You can't burp it. You can't burp it without the lid. All right, I have a copy.
Thank you so much, you guys.
You're welcome. Let me give away the book. I have a copy of Flora and Ulysses, so call me if you want the copy. It's a nice hardcover book, beautiful story. And Kate, do you have a website we can go to for you?
I do. It's www.katiecamello.com, and I'm also on Facebook.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Excellent. And I'm sure the book is available everywhere books are sold. Kate, thank you for being on the air with us today.
Thanks, you guys. I had a good time.
Good fun interview. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Yvette, and I'm here to tell you a few things about ABC Frederick's Appliance. They sell not only new, but used guaranteed appliances. When you call ABC Frederick's Appliance, they will provide service on what they sell and any appliances that you own. ABC Frederick's Appliance is located in Bellevue, right over the railroad tracks. Call 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. ABC Frederick's Appliance.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need
too.
my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Now is the time to take advantage of Florida Credit Union's CD specials. Our 36-month CD comes in at 1.26% APY. A 24-month is working for you at 1.0% APY. And our 12-month at 0.75% APY. All CD rate specials require a $10,000 minimum. With friendly service and rates like these, it's not hard to see why Florida Credit Union has your CD options covered. Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. Call 352-237-8222 for more information.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Yes, George. George, you're all wet.
I went to Devon Self-Storage and put back my fishing gear.
Okay. You know Devon Self-Storage is open early and you had all day to bring your fishing gear back. And they're right across from Hobby Lobby.
I know. I have my own code to get into Devon Self-Storage. And their phone number, too, is 873-0777.
So why did you wait till it started raining?
I didn't. I slipped getting the boat out of the water.
Boat?
Bye!
George?
Universal Soil Solutions wants to know when the last time you took a good look at your property. Noticed any driveway cracks, stair-step cracks in your block, or even foundation cracks? It may or may not be a sinkhole, but a visual inspection by a trained professional must be performed. Experts in sinkhole remediation, cosmetics, remodeling, and even complete construction development. Universal Soil Solutions provides that inspection for free. To schedule your free property inspection, you must call now, 877-519-2777. That's 877-519-2777.
Hi, Robin. You look tired.
I am. I've been running all over town.
Why? Why not drive?
I need to get this stupid document notarized.
Well, that's easy. You need personal service.
Duh. That's what I've been looking for.
You need to go see Mark at the Personal Service Center. He can notarize that for you, make copies, fax it wherever, or send it out in the mail. Heck, he can even scan it and email it for you.
Really? Where is he at?
2375 Northeast 25th Avenue, on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street. You can call him at 789-6683.
Personal Service Center. Thanks, Larry.
If you haven't been downtown lately, then you haven't been to the all-new Corkscrew, a new place to make wine and now beer. Come check out the handcrafted wine and beer, sit out on our new outdoor patio, and enjoy the live music every Friday and Saturday night. And with the holidays just around the corner, the Corkscrew has you covered with the perfect unique gift idea, a custom wine that you make yourself. The Corkscrew also has a one-of-a-kind location that's the perfect environment for parties. So stop by today and see what's new at the Corkscrew, 16 Southwest Broadway, downtown Ocala.
You're listening to WOCA News Talk 1370, Ocala's source for what's happening in today's hottest, up-to-date news and topics.
The 39 Steps. Mysterious comedy or comic mystery? The Hitchcock-inspired spy thriller spoof, The 39 Steps, is fearfully fun from November 7th through December 1st, live on stage at the Ocala Civic Theater. When a woman is found murdered in a London apartment, the innocent man goes on the run in search for a shadowy organization called The 39 Steps, with the police hot on his trail from English music halls to the Scottish Highlands, with train chases and plane crashes along the way. This fast-paced whodunit is a dizzy delight, playing at the Ocala Civic Theater, The 39 Steps.
Hey everybody, this is Kelly Hart, your new host of the Ocala Magazine radio show. Join me every Friday at 10 a.m. when we bring the pages of Ocala Magazine to life with in-depth interviews from and about your community. So don't miss Marion County's favorite city magazine, Ocala Magazine, every Friday at 10 a.m. right here on 1370 AM and 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Stay informed on everything going on in the villages with the Village Spectator newspaper. The Village Spectator is exclusively devoted to the villages with news, commentary, and more. And yes, they have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask is that you tell them where you heard about them. Call Tom's Picks at 804-1223 and pick up your copy of